Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of It's About Time. You guys know me, you know this guy's well. Welcome to Gotham Hall this time in New York City. We're here for the WatchTime exhibition featuring 30 great brands across the watch industry. We're a little early, so we figured we'd start our episode off, do a little introduction. What's on your wrist today?
So my wrist is my JLC World Timer. Okay, thank you, Dave. Dave's our cameraman right now. I've showed this to you before. And what's on your wrist today?
Yeah, guys, it's the Citizen. It's unreal. I mean, I love it, I have to tell you. So we're very excited to be here. I guess we're a little early, so we're just waiting for registration and everything else. Standing in a room where I guess orange is you guys can tell, we kind of have like a fancy background. Anyways, we're looking forward to bringing you guys a lot of cool content, great interviews, also some seminars, speakers going on, watchmakers, brand representatives. So,
You're going to get all the big famous brands today that they offer. We're going to try to get you everything in Gotham Hall today. You're going to see a lot of different brands, some you may have heard of, some you may have not. And we're going to get all the interviews and content we can, like Jared said. And we look forward to a fantastic day on what is North America's largest watch show.
America's largest watch convention show, whatever you want to call it.
So we're honored to be here, and we will see you soon. So let's have some fun.
All right, guys. So right now we're upstairs for the 10:30 a.m. Meet the Watchmaking Stars. Today, we're going to be listening to Kari Voutilainen, Roland Murphy, Antoine Prezioso, Romain Gaultier, and Claude Gracier of Armin Strong. We're going to be listening to them giving, a nice little lecture on their watches, brands, watches in general. Drew's currently showing you all the different brands that are going to be here today. It's going to be 30 in total participating. All showcasing new watches for this year, some watches for purchase. You could try on watches, ask questions about them. They're going to have representatives obviously here. It's the schedule for today. So yeah, we're a little early today, but it's better to be early than late on, of course, our show It's About Time. So we really hope you guys are enjoying it today. And don't forget, listen, we're going to mention this throughout the day. Like, subscribe, email, do anything and everything. I don't care what it is. Even send in the bad comments on it. Drew says no, I say yeah. I don't care. At least you guys are watching our episodes at that point. And yeah, you know that you are. So anyways, we're going to be back in a few minutes when the panel of watchmakers comes out, and we'll bring you some great content throughout the day as always. And don't forget, Dave, say hi. What are you wearing today? What's on your wrist, by the way?
I am wearing my new Oris. Yes, the divers
38
millimeter.
38 mil?
Yes, 38 millimeter divers piece.
Oh, and by the way, don't forget, I will be getting in a brand new watch. We'll do a, Drew's going to wear his Epos. We're going to do a little review on it.
Do a triple date episode.
I'm not, exactly, it's a triple date just to give it away. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but yeah, that's something you guys have to look forward to.
That'll be our next episode.
Correct.
So,
yeah,
okay,
I should be getting that watching this
we
week.
should be starting momentarily.
Just point of view or marketing, anything. Just, what's the future here? I won't be around this yet, but I'm curious what the future is.
That's a great question. Roman, do you want to take a crack at that first?
Yes, I think it's a question that we can talk for not just 2 minutes or 5 minutes. It's a long question. For myself, I'm born, I'm born in one of the places in Switzerland dedicated for watchmaking. And I saw brands who was, sold for groups and all of that kind of things. But I think it's not really the problem. But my worry for the future, I think today is that I don't really understand the necessity, and I think the world doesn't need that the Swiss-made turns industrial. And this is, the point that I'm worried for the future of the watchmaking is that today is a little bit like a competition about the prices for, doing the best tourbillon at the best price and all of that. And I'm not sure about the future of the Swiss made, like it was and it's in the spirit of everybody. It's good for that kind of things, but it's not really nice for the future and the quality of what means the Swiss made. So this is why the road that I choose to take the small road and not the highway, and to doing that level of watchmaking, I know that we will have work forever, because most of the big brands try to be really competitive. I can understand, and unfortunately I know that we don't do watches for everybody, but I know that forever we will have clients who they really appreciate and think about, if I spend $50,000 or $100,000 in a watch, has to be something, not just marketing, not just a point of view like that, but has to be real things. And it's why when we have visit today, I'm so happy about what they see. They always say at the end that yeah. So I think this is my brewery since 42 years old now, and 42 years that I see the watches in Switzerland. I'm a bit worried about the industrial Swiss made who is really coming and pushing the door too fast.
What are you future looking like?
I think so. I will talk about the independent brands, not the whole watch industry, because there's a lot of things going on with the smart watches and other watches. But regarding maybe independent or small brands, I think it's all about quality. It's quality in engineering, it's quality in finishing, it's quality in servicing, it's quality in everything. I think we have to be on top. We have to work every day very hard on our skills to deliver the product, the watch, each part as perfect as possible. I think this is the future. We really have to deliver a product which is on a very, very high level, which we have to invest. All our energy has to go into this product, and we have to do the maximum to survive.
Things evolving.
I see the future very, very bright in the way that as independents, what we are doing, and from customers' point of view, when they come to see us, I mean, they can meet the watchmakers, they can see that we do things by hand, and there's a passion behind, and I think it's very different compared to the industry. With motivation is different. So I think our future is bright, because we are doing real work with our hands.
In fact, just as a personal observation, just from what you said, when you buy a watch from one of these gentlemen, you're buying not a product, you're buying a relationship with the person. So that's what makes the future bright, because you're also talented. Joel, what is your thought?
Well, I mean, the watch industry in general, I don't really know. I kind of get stuck in my own little world sometimes. But I think as independents, people doing specialty things, I think it certainly has a very bright future. Like you said earlier, social media, Carrie mentioned the internet, those things give us direct access, or the customer direct access to us. And I know at RGM, we have people visit us and come and look at watches and order custom pieces and see what we're doing, and that's something that the big brands really can't offer the same thing. They may give tours or things, but you're not dealing with the person. And with us, you're dealing with not just the brand, you're dealing with the people who really are involved with creating those fine pieces. And I think there will always be a passion for that. And I think the future looks bright for that, whether it be beautifully handmade bicycles or watches. I think there's always people that have interest in their specialty things that are done right, done well.
Hey guys, welcome back to the episode. Anyways, we're down here on the main floor right now, and we have all the different brands behind us. I see from my corner of my eye, Zenith, Tag Heuer, I know Alpina, Frederick behind me, okay, all of these as well. This is the area where watchmakers and companies are showcasing their watches for the year. Big works. watchmaking is a lifestyle, which is true. Watches and bourbons, whiskeys, different kinds of jewelry, suits that you wear are all part of the lifestyle that you get into. Dave, what do you think? What did you think about the panel so far?
Very, very interesting and informative panel, and I definitely learned a lot about the history of their companies, what they do, and what got them into the business. So, very great panel. And I'm looking forward to what's next. So
let's go check out some of these brands one by one. Here we go, guys.
You know, marketing dollars, and yep, we all need that. So, yep.
So since the buyout of Citizen, you've noticed, because I know the smartwatches have come along since Citizen bought you guys out. So what have you noticed since the buyout of Citizen that has been an improvement in the watches in general?
Well, the watches, the production hasn't changed much. The improvement would be the marketing, and actually the horological smartwatch was started before the acquisition of Citizen. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Peter Stas and Pim, our CEO, Atelier de Monaco. There was research and development along with Peter Stas way before the Citizen acquisition. Yeah.
How long has it been in the works for?
It was in the works for about 6 years before it launched a couple of summers ago. Yeah, so about 8 years.
Very interesting. Well, thank you very much. Frederic Constance booth over here.
House, a car, and a lunch. Or just the lunch. Okay.
Thank you so much.
And what is the newest thing from Frederic this year?
So the newest is the flyback. So actually this year we introduced 3 new in-house calibers, which brings us to a total of 25. And next year is our 30th anniversary, so we're 30 years young with 25 calibers. So lots of excitement for the brand. And then let's see, this is so first, second, and third caliber of 2017.
Oh, very nice. And what have you noticed since you've been bought out by Citizen? What's been the biggest change?
Well, super exciting. We have a lot more access to marketing dollars. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but we have an amazing digital board, 2 of them in Times Square right now. So that's exciting. So, you know, normally the brand should become known to, you know, beyond the watch community, really.
So far, do you think that's helped you at all in terms of the brand?
Absolutely, yeah. And we have we share a space in the Empire State Building with Bulova, and you know, we just are shifting into, you know, a bigger corporation. It's still, you know, run by the owners, which is really nice. They're still very actively involved, but
has it helped with the price at all? Bringing the price down?
You know, I mean, it's still accessible luxury, so the prices were never high by any means. I mean, this is our perpetual calendar. It's $87.95, so it's literally the most accessibly priced perpetual calendar in the market with the manufacturer movement. So the pricing has always been very fair. It's definitely a brand that offers a lot of value.
Third final brand that Citizen bought out, De Monaco, a little known brand, smaller end brand. And here is their collection over here.
It has a closed dial, but the indexes are also applied. They are diamond cut and rounded. We have here the 22 karat gold rotor, which is a hand engraved as well. And everything is limited edition what we do. This one is 88 pieces of it.
This year from Longines.
Oh, a lot. Well, actually the one I'm holding is brand new. Boutiques still don't have it. This is Conquest Classic, St. Moritz. Then this one is new. It's Heritage 1942. Couple of heritage pieces right here. This is A7. This is 1918. And also Master, the top row, 2 blue dials and 1 gray dial. Those are the newest.
And what are the features in the St. Moritz?
Here you got chronograph, you have day, you have
so
date.
It's triple date
month.
chronograph?
I'm sorry?
Triple date chronograph?
Triple date?
Yeah, the day, date, month that's listed as a triple date.
what
Is that
you
like
call
where the
it?
big window is too?
All right, so that's also twin time, moon phase. What else? Second hand sub counter.
Definitely, to your point.
7 in
Yeah,
total.
definitely. Wow.
And what does that usually go for?
This one is gonna be 3,375. It's got automatic movement, and it's a special edition one.
Oh, very nice. That's actually very nice. Nice movement on the end of that. See the triple date?
Yes.
You can take a
You
look
have
at
the
it.
days coming around. You have obviously you have the chronograph right there. Okay, you got the moon phase in the bottom, and then you got the month and the day.
I really like it.
Very nice piece.
What's the case size on that? Is that 42?
Is that a 42?
Exactly.
New from the day this year.
And at museums all
This is
over
the novelty of
Europe,
2017.
you see vapor gaze.
So this is part of the classic collection
Very interesting.
with the beautiful Geosha dial, automatic movement.
This watch also comes in white gold.
What kind of movement is in it?
What do you mean?
The rose
What automatic movement? What caliber?
The caliber? Well,
This is 40 and this is 40. Oh, I'm sorry, this is 21. This is 21.5.
she gave you a 50% discount.
Right? I'm so generous like
So the
that.
caliber, you can take a look here. It's 502
This is,
3
do they have
CD.
similar?
Yeah.
And what's the power reserve?
Oh, this one just
40 hours.
automatic.
40 hours, about standard.
He wants a
This is the
manual watch.
automatic
Something
movement, so
that
as
comes
long as
with
you're wearing the
manual.
watch every day,
Keep
would
going.
bind itself.
That's
But
correct.
if you wanted the almost the same size and
And how much does something like this go for over here?
this one.
So the watch right here is $183,000.
That's the manual.
Oh, I see.
So that's
Interesting. And this one?
This one is
Why you don't like
78.
automatic? I'm just so curious.
$78,900.
First of all, I have a lot
What,
more.
just for curiosity, what are the water resistance levels on
It
these?
is nice because it does
I believe this one is 30 meters.
movement. Not just that manual.
Let me just double check in the catalog.
Which just goes to prove doesn't matter how expensive the watch is, a lot of them still don't go
And
past
this is the
3 ATM when
Geosha
it comes to
version of
luxury.
the same watch. It's an evolution.
This is just simple.
And you know the automatic system.
And that
that's
is what's
really
new from Brigade. Let's go to Tag. Hello,
Hi guys, how are you?
we doing? What's new from Tag this year?
Oh, a bunch of stuff. I can share with you the new Tom Brady watch that launched at the beginning of the season.
Given the fact that I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, that doesn't help me too much, but okay.
466 made for the Yardley through the Super Bowl. We always do an Ayrton Senna edition for the famous race car driver with the S-Link. So we have the Senna S on the logo and on the bezel. There's some really cool full ceramic Skelton Hoiro ones. And another Skelton Indy 500 special edition piece. Only 101 made for the 101 running of the Indy 500. For our gamblers, a couple of roulette watches. 7 made in this with the black diamonds. 77 made in the regular roulette. In our Red Bull Racing Formula One partnership, these are new Red Bull Racing timepieces that just arrived. Cool. And then I believe the Jack Foyer-Tavia, his 85th birthday piece is right there.
So we go into the dress line over here from Tag.
So that's the Jack 85th birthday. 1932 I made for the year of his birth. Jack's getting up there, so this might be the last one he designed.
As soon as I saw that, you know, it popped in my head. It's the biggest news story coming up. The Rolex Daytona.
Right.
Popped right in my head. I don't know why.
The panda look.
Yeah, you know, it's a cool, clean look.
Can I get
Hello. I don't know much about this brand, so tell me about it.
Well, it was started in 1738 by Mr. Jacques Hedron when he was 19 actually. It's somebody who actually collaborated with Breguet, and he manufactured a lot of clocks, automatons. He was actually the first watchmaker to enter the Forbidden City in China. A long history.
Very nice.
Very fine watchmaking. He was better known for automatons.
And what did the price range go for these types of pieces?
We start at about 9,100, then we go up to 5, 6, 8, 900,000, depending on the level of watchmaking you're looking for.
Right over here with the bird, very unique.
What are these over here?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces.
Oh my God! Tell me about these.
Those are actually automatons. This one is an animation. If you press the pusher, the butterfly will flap its wings and the wheel will actually spin.
Oh my God.
This one is actually, the other one on the left is driven by compressed air. So the bird will actually spin, flap its wings, open its beak, and it will actually whistle.
Oh my Lord.
No, we have another one. We have the Broderick Meter, which is a minute repeater with an animation where you have birds that actually flap their wings. There's an egg that cracks open or chick that comes up, but we don't have it here.
So basically, this is more like a cuckoo clock in a watch.
Not quite, because those don't chime the time. So it's just an animation. It's an automaton, basically.
Wow. And what do those usually go for?
So you have 126,000 here, and then we have 399,000 for the other piece.
Now we're here at the Bond and Mercier display.
Wow.
A little large. One of Dave's favorite watches.
Yeah.
One of his favorite brands, a very historic brand. The Clifton Club, new for this year.
Hey guys.
Hello, what's new from this year from Baume and Mercier?
New for this year, which is huge, is Clifton Club, what you're looking at. So this we announced at SING this past January. It's bringing us back into the sports segment of the industry. These are all automatic watches, 3 different versions and a couple of different dial iterations. But yeah, these are our pride and joy. We've gotten a lot of great feedback, and the prices on these are amazing for the amount of watch that you're getting.
What do the price range usually go for?
So it's starting at $19.50 and up to $22.50. So this version right here, it's a calfskin strap with a rubberized back. So we call that for our traveler. So the guy that's super adventurous, running around, traveling all over. And also, adhering to that, he's a sports guy, but a little bit more sophisticated. This rubber strap is the highest price point, $22.50, and this is for the surfer. We actually have 2 tennis players, the Bryant brothers, that wear this on the court. Super light, obviously very waterproof and versatile, and then you have the more sophisticated at $2,100.
Oh, very nice. I've never even seen these before. So how new are they?
So they were announced in January, and then they hit stores this past June. So relatively
couple months old.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is the MB&F display, the Orological Lab.
Messy guy.
Jared, what do you know about this brand?
They produce extremely high-end, complicated kind of. Here. This one is that right here.
Unbelievable.
Very large, very, very different, very expensive. They're one of the most unique brands in the world by far.
And I'm assuming very expensive as well. Very interesting. Looking at another MB&F lab watch. Look at this one.
Although it looks very jerky with the movement to me. Very, very jerky.
Oh, very pretty. I like that blue dial.
It is nice.
It's not my style, but it's very pretty.
Good morning. What is new this year?
So it became
This year, what's new?
and then he
From this watch, and what is that?
into the
This watch, it's a new model that we've launched. It has a slimmer case, slightly
in
thinner.
order to tell the gas
You can see the difference.
So what's the about 10 millimeters thick?
Yeah, 10, 11 millimeters.
It's
Yeah.
very clever
A
design.
new automatic movement with a micro rotor
This is one of 8.
and a very nice open dial. A lot of different levels, small seconds. You can see the rotor, see through. Beautiful
most
finish,
of the collection is
beautiful
automatic,
decoration on the
actually.
dial.
The manual one you may find in the
And for people who don't know much about this brand, give me a little history on this brand.
Spickmarin was founded in 2000 by Peter Spickmarin, British watchmaker.
Yesterday
but
she
all his
took me out to
career
choose
was
my
made in
brother's
Switzerland.
company.
He's a
Please
master
make certain he
watchmaker.
chooses something from there. I
He's
said,
known for
I
making
have to sell
unique
this. I
pieces,
said, no,
bespoke watches, high-end complication, like you
want
can
to
see in the
take a
window
photo? No,
there.
take a picture. Try
And
it
we
on.
do
Go
have
ahead.
now,
It's a
for
very
about 5
comfortable
years,
strap.
we
I
do
love the
have a
strap.
collection.
It's-
Those are
this
more
one's
dressy
95.
pieces.
That's
Here you
the
have
beginning
sports
price.
watches, sports watches.
Very nice. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I like. I just heard about the partnership with Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
The Love Life.
Yes, the Love Life watch for the auction. Yeah.
It's titanium.
It's funny, they met each other because, have you seen the movie Survivor? They actually needed a watch consultant because he's playing a watchmaker during the day and an assassin during the night. So they called Peter, who's also British, and they met on the shooting of the movie because he teaches Pierce how to act like a watchmaker.
Really? And on the
Yeah.
back it's inscribed their insignia.
So in the
which
movie,
is
there's like a
fight,
3-second
love,
scene when you can see Pierce turning a screwdriver or doing something
these
on a
come with a
watch,
solid
and
case back in
Peter
closet.
told him
And then the rest of it
teach
comes with a
him
display
how to
case.
do that. Yeah, and they became friends ever since. So.
I like that.
And it's a nice collaboration. Yeah.
Very, very, very nice.
Yeah.
This rubber strap,
Yeah.
you can put this on the
These
rubber.
are the independent brands that we saw in the previous interviews that the gentlemen were wearing at the conference. So you can pretty much see just an overview of the independent brands that are here in Switzerland and have made their way over here today. So this brand is more of a customized watch brand, correct? Very interesting. A lot of watch brands you can't customize exactly how you want it. This Arm & Strong allows you to do that. And what is usually the price points of this type of brand?
Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? That's the residence.
Very interesting. How you doing? Okay. I don't know much about this brand. Tell me about it.
That's fine. We actually just launched in 2015. We've done 3 models. This first one, which was the Burnham, was the first one. It had 300 pieces. That's sold out in less than a year. Then we launched the Sanford, which is that one and this one on my wrist. Those sold out in around 6 months or so.
Is that the version without the GMT?
No, it's all GMT.
Oh, it's all GMT. Okay.
With internal rotating bezel.
Yep.
And then
That's kinda cool.
just a couple weeks ago, we launched the Jackson, which is a chronograph with a column wheel, 60-hour power reserve flyback. It's also manually wound. So it's a nice, sexy piece.
Yeah, it is.
I'm really proud of this one, and it's only been out for a couple weeks, and the reception from the market has just been amazing.
So what's the claim to fame here? Are these handmade or these... What makes you...
Claim to fame?
Yeah.
We just do it our way. It's important to us that our designs are great and the quality is great, and what you're going to get is a very, very reasonably priced watch with extra features that you wouldn't expect.
And what's the price range of these usually go
Retail price for the stainless steel version is $28.50, and retail for the PVD is $31.50. They're all in production now, so we're doing a pre-sale price of $26.50 and $28.50. So it's column wheel, 60-hour power reserve, flyback chronograph. It's exceedingly reasonable if you can put those two words together.
You can see live watchmakers working on the pieces right here, putting together a Grand Seiko.
Stuff on this side, and these are more sports models.
Which is Seiko's finest version of their watches. Oh, wow.
I think he's currently putting in a spring drive. I believe.
What?
expensive watch, but there's only a few people that can fix it correctly. So if it does break, you have very limited options.
It's incredible how these guys just use the tweezers, no problem. I mean, nothing flies all over the place.
You best be having good vision for this.
Does it have like this one there?
Yes, it's 1670. It should be.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
What's new from Zenith this year?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
My lord, that's a lot of watches.
The main one is there.
Oh, look at this sucker.
100th of a second.
You guys have a 1/1000th of a second also, right? Or no?
No, this is this one. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was
Wow.
360,000 vibrations per hour.
So that just keeps going like that. That's amazing.
What's the power reserve?
Yeah, what is the power reserve on something like that?
50 hours on the watch, 55 minutes on the chronograph. So it's a double barrel. The chronograph is manual and the watch, of course, is automatic.
And how much does something like that go for?
This one goes for 10,600.
It's not terrible.
It's amazing.
Very amazing.
Especially they're the only ones that do it.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What's new this year from Bouquier?
We've got some nice stuff. You know, we did a lot of stuff in colors. We have some, our new flyback extensions that we did in the blue gray dial and stainless steel, and then the two rose gold versions that we did, the black and the champagne dial. And what else is really exciting is that we did a limited edition. Our Monero Power Reserve. So we did it with a nice blue dial. You can notice the nice fading that they did.
That is
dials all colored by hand. So it's really fun. It houses our in-house movement, the A1000, with the peripheral rotor.
Wow. When I was in Switzerland, I had bought one of your watches. You guys also sell quartz, don't you? I had gotten a quartz version. It was a 2000 limited edition when I was back in Switzerland back in 2000.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, very good watch.
Thank you.
What are the price points usually on all these? Where they range from?
You can get into the brand at 3,400 in our Monero auto date, and the prices kind of vary. Stainless steel chrono for 6,900 on a bracelet. Dive watch is a great value. This two-tone is a beautiful watch. So you have stainless steel case, a lovely rose gold bezel with ceramic inlay, rose gold crown, and you're under 10. Really.
Very nice. Well, thank you for sharing.
These look very nice as well.
Yes.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello, what's new this year?
Research and development.
So the Mill Spec, or Tribute to the Mill Spec, was released at Basel. And then the one below that in the Villeray collection. We've done similar complete calendars before with the moon phase. This has the enamel dial, but Arabic numerals. And that'll be a regular production piece as opposed to a limited edition.
And what is this round thing on the watch?
The indicator is a humidity indicator, so if moisture ever permeates the dial from any of the seals, then that will turn red instead of orange. And then you know to immediately turn it in for service. But that goes back to the 1950s when the divers actually were being issued these as part of their equipment, and they were rather careless, and they could crack the plexiglass crystal, or they could forget to push the crown in, and so the next diver to get the watch wanted to be sure that it was going to last through the mission and no lives would be lost. So it was kind of important to know that your equipment was working. So the U.S. government, who commissioned Blancpain to make their dive watches for the Navy, insisted on having that humidity sensor, knowing the danger that existed. So this is sort of our tribute to that, because those are the earliest days of even the existence of a dive watch. It's very early technology. The military around the world were using it to their advantage to run very special operations, and we were part of that. We get credit for inventing the first modern dive watch in 1953.
So basically, if any water gets in the watch,
any moisture at all,
does it still ruin the movement?
It depends on how quickly you react. Because
That just lets you know that there's water in the watch, right? But
and
you
you
can
know
still
that
have damage to the movement.
there's potential for it to fail. Yeah, if you completely leave your crown open on the average watch and you go swimming, whether it's a pool or the ocean, water's going to get inside.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, with a dive watch, you have additional layers of O-rings and gaskets along the stem. So even if the crown was left open by accident, a light exposure is not going to hurt it. You wouldn't want to dive to 100 feet.
Yep, exactly. Very interesting. I never even knew they were accredited with this first dive watch.
Yeah, we don't really.
Oh yeah, a lot of splicing, my friend. This is from Gigi Lecoq, one of my favorite brands that I own.
So we have this in a
And of course they're here.
with black dials, steel and silver dials, and that's the best watch you can get for $20,000. By far, everybody will say. The perpetual calendar. Do you know what a perpetual calendar is? So this is a 300-year-old computer on your wrist, because it accounts for all leap years, all 30, 31 days. You don't. It's all pre-programmed. And most brands have multiple pushers. Like if you don't wear it and it stops, you have to set it. With us, we have a single pusher. Everything is synced. So it's just a single pusher to get your watch. We have the moon phase. You have your year.
It's like I went to the Howard this summer.
Highly
because we sponsored the Chicago Film Festival. I went to that.
Everything in this case.
Everything in this cage. Oh my God! Look at this worldview. Wow, that's awesome. My God! And so, what does this one do over here?
It's first of its kind. It's a flying orbital tourbillon in a GMT.
Wow.
So this will rotate around the dial.
Amazing.
The globe moves.
The globe moves. And what does that usually go for?
This is limited to 100 pieces. It's 145,000. White gold case.
I love these. And what would you say Judo's biggest seller is? Is it still the Reverso? Yeah,
Reverso and the perpetual calendar, ultra thin.
Ultra thin. Wow. Now let me ask you one question about when you have. What year does that go up to?
2100.
2100. Okay, so it's good for quite some time.
So next generations can come back in and we'll switch out the disc.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Just making sure. All know and love
Sexy man
Omega.
Get in there. What do you think about Omega?
I just really like
It's a nice brand. Great to see their new line this year.
So much memory. Look at this one.
I know. Omega is a brand that needs no introduction. James Bond pretty much says it all with all these pieces. But we couldn't come to this place and not show you Omega and what they have to offer this year as
The
well.
biggest thing is their glass seal master application.
And you can even see they do go digital as well.
Yeah, we're advertising, so it's going to be, this is probably the biggest.
Catalog, of course, it's not the entire collection, it's the highlights of the collection.
Yeah, this
You're not
would
going to
be
see
good
some of
idea
these pieces in there because this catalog is from this year and these will be into next year. But there's also our factory magazine, so WatchTime is there, which is a great first reading.
This is modified, so we don't do any fusing.
That's why it's here. What about you? I can take
And what's new from Omega this year?
What's new from Omega? We have quite a bit. We've got, this is Speedmaster focused this year.
Okay.
We've got the 38 millimeter, some geared towards women with the diamonds, some the men. We've also got our Speedmaster Racing collection.
It's a nice blue
This is a piece that's a 44 millimeter case, just classic Omega.
That's Solid gold.
I'm sorry?
Solid gold.
Yes, this one is a Sedna gold piece, which is our proprietary red gold. It stabilizes the color. What I love about this piece, it's got the gold rotor, and then also
very nice.
a gold bridge at the back. So this is a really beautiful piece. Of course, Speedmaster, the family before it was the famous NASA watch. It was used for car racing and other types of timing events. Another new piece is our. I'll have to grab it from you in a minute. That's our brand new. This is a piece that hasn't.
You won't have to get it refinished.
It's our blue ceramic.
Everybody's getting into the ceramic now.
Yes, yes. Well,
Seems to be the new trend.
you know, we do ceramic. We think in the best way by forming a one block piece for the case. We heat it from 20,000 to 36,000 degrees.
Rado don't do that.
I don't know what Rado does. They're not here. So.
I don't do that.
What it does is it virtually, and I'm oversimplifying of course, but it virtually eliminates the porosity in the piece, so it does make it quite hard. But this is one piece versus being pieced together. It also, because of the strength, it allows us to do these sharp edges and these different finishes on the piece. But the blue is introduced. Yes, it's pretty.
Very, very nice.
Blue is.
It's very tricky. That's what's like. This one over here is a beautiful blue too.
Yes. I feel like over the years we've always done a great job of blue, from the dials. Ceramic doesn't surprise me because
I agree. Between Miss Oris and Brightling with the blue, I don't like that kind of blue. I like this a little lighter. It's not. Even this one is really not.
This is a very unique
it's got a
shade
little
of
bit
blue.
more gray in it versus
Yeah.
red.
See how light that blue
I
is?
call it the black blue.
It's a good way to say it.
It's just like in the different lights. It's got just.
And this is a lot of blue, so it's important to be that right shade.
It's highly legible too.
Yes, no, this is a great piece. In fact, we have a NATO strap that's coming out that is a blue and gray 5-stripe that I think is going to look fantastic on this piece. But even to the case back, the clasp is the blue ceramic as well.
And now, is that proprietary to
yes. Yeah, we don't share our manufacturing secrets. Although I've been in the industry a long time and with Omega for the last 10 years, and I tell you, I've never seen a brand so open to talking about our processes and the things that we do. It's really refreshing.
Also here with us in this exhibition. Take a look at these movements. They're known for taking triple dates, moon phases, and putting them in a different way. They have the big date calendar as well. Again, very expensive, but at the same time, this is what they offer now. This is a couple of their new lines, so you can take a look at that. And they just like putting things on smaller dials for their triple dates, as opposed to everybody else who puts it more on a large dial. So another great brand here at the show. Oh Lord. What's new this year?
I know.
Carbon light, super light.
No, I know. So when I left at 9:30.
Pretty much this is all our new collection.
Wow.
Vintage aircraft.
And it was still busy.
Pulse meter.
They were making all sorts of
GMT.
I'm going to the shake that, and then I'm going home, and I'm not looking
And I don't know too much about Graham. Tell me a little history on them.
Founded approximately 18 years ago by a gentleman who realized that most of the Swiss industry got started by the British watchmakers. So George Graham was a master in 1695. So the whole genesis is very aeronautical inspired and very automotive. Eric is the owner of races cars in Europe, and so that's why all of our chrono fighters, we have a trigger, because it makes it much easier to start and stop the chronograph as opposed to a traditional pusher when you're driving a race car at 160 miles an hour. So that's basically, we use a lot of Valjoux 7750s, so Perlet, Giroux.
Good movement.
Yeah, of course.
And what's the price range usually of them?
Starts for women, we have some pieces of $3,000 in moon phase. The gents begin at $4,500 up to $10,000. We've also, George Graham, we make a one-of-a-kind $300,000 tourbillon.
Take a look at this sucker.
Meteorite.
Oh wow. That's pretty wild.
That's a very special piece. And picking
It's pretty wild. Nope. They said this brand's only about 18 years old. They just named it after Graham from 1695. So a little misconception there. But again, very another interesting brand at the show.
What's new? We have a limited edition Wet Bait Bronze Diver. And it comes on a custom alligator strap made by Cornelius Kaufmann. They're a family-owned strap manufacturer in Germany. So it's a base 7750 ETA movement. It's gorgeous. We modify it and then certify it as a chronometer in-house in Germany.
So this is a German brand?
Yeah. We're an authorized dealer for over 20 brands, but all these pieces you see here are manufactured by us in-house. And then we have 4 in-house movements now. But we love
size
ETA.
on the
42. 42 on the It's really clean.
Yeah, it's really
we love the ETA movements because obviously it allows us to keep the price point down and they're serviceable.
And what are the price points usually for these types of pieces?
This one, the full calendar, is 2,800.
Not bad.
Yeah. The diver's only 100 pieces worldwide. This one's 6,900.
Is the water resistance 3 ATM on this one? Or is it 5?
You know, I think I don't know about the atmospheres, but I think it's rated at like 20, 30 meters. So we don't recommend wearing that in the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of the pushers.
Correct.
But
S5. Nice German brand that you really don't see too much of as you look at some of their triple dates. And again, this is Wimpy. Hello, what's new this year?
The flying regulator.
It's from Kronos. Ah, very interesting. I don't know a lot about this brand. Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, now Kronos Swiss, they're known about the regulator.
Okay.
That's why like everything we have in here, it's about regulating. And like right now, they used to do this is the older one, which is the normal regulator. And what they did is they do like a 3D dimensional on the dial. So they changed it a little bit. And also they did now the smooth bezel versus the coin bezel. Coin-edge bezel, like it used to be differently.
I have a regulator, so I'm very familiar with the coin bezel.
Yeah, now they changed the bezel to a normal bezel, and they stay with a 40mm case. And the movement now, it's different between the older one and the newer one. This is a little different in here. Okay. And also comes with the deployment or the tech.
Do any of them like have the date?
I'm sorry?
Any of the regulators have the date?
The date? No.
What's the main reason that regulators don't have a date somewhere in it?
Because it will be like very hard for...
Is it just for confusing? It would be confusing having two numbers?
No, it's actually to add like that complication on top of the regulator. It's not gonna work well with it.
Okay.
So that's why like they don't do it a lot with the date.
Okay. And I guess this is the jump hour?
That's a jump hour, yes.
Yeah, I have two. I have a jump hour and I have a regulator. But both of them, ironically...
This is also a regulator jump hour.
Okay, that's the regulator.
Yes.
It breaks it down even further.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
yeah,
like,
my jump hour is a regulator as well.
Yeah, so like that's what they know about. Like it's the regulator jump out regulator. That's why it's a lot of weird.
And how old is Chrono Swiss?
Chrono Swiss.
They go back a couple hundred years, or are they relatively new?
How old is Chrono Swiss?
I think early 80s. 1980s? Okay. Well, thank you very much. And what is new this year?
New as of last week. Hasn't actually hit stores yet. That's the gold.
Interesting.
And here's the white one.
So it's a modified
What size is that?
40 millimeters.
40 millimeters.
Can
I try that one on?
Absolutely.
So it is the only difference with the GT is
POS please for me.
that'll be priced out. You don't have the
The only reason why I like
with the
that is
ME3,
it's just
you don't have the date. So
it's like a glove. Now, is it a screw down crown?
Yeah, it's the Atco screw down crown.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, that is so cool.
Old historical brand.
Oh my god. Does this come in a white dye?
It doesn't, but we do a different one that we find your
That pretty much wraps up our name brands here at the Watch Show in New York City. WatchTime, New York. We'll be right back with a final recap of today's unleashed. Let's not forget about Bell and Ross.
I know that one guy used to be at Turnover, the other guy, he's at
You can see their 2017 pieces as well. Never a fan of this brand. Never liked their square-based designs, but they are a very historical brand nonetheless.
I know Brad well. Brad's a great guy. Thank you.
How are you?
Hello.
You told me Pinjo. They're done.
They're done? What happened?
They have an office down. They shut their store. They lost their rent.
Really?
They lost the lease.
I hadn't been there. Well, maybe that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff Kingston's inside of the Basel.
So now we have
presentation start in approximately 5 minutes.
We really hope that you enjoyed this episode from WatchTime New York's exhibition featuring some of the largest brands out there, including some of the smaller brands as well. I certainly really personally enjoyed Vermont, seeing RGM from Pennsylvania.
I thought Omega did an excellent job showing their new stuff. They're really getting close to where I want them to be again in terms of triple date moon phase. It looks like they're going to start bringing that back to what it used to be years ago. I also think that I'm seeing a trend in a lot of the watch industry where they're taking things away.
Yes, they're taking things away, but the price
is not going down. And I was a little disappointed in one of my favorite brands, JLC, for taking something
They
away.
eliminated the power reserve.
Like for instance, yes,
From my master control, they eliminated both the power reserve and the date to only leave a dual timer for the geographic.
and I was very disappointed to see that.
They say it's more of a cleaner look. I guess
It's just a cross-cutting move, and they don't want to admit it.
but they're not cutting across.
No. So you're seeing a trend in the watch industry, cut corners here and there. You're not seeing that from the independent brands that we found, from the people that you heard above.
They keep everything nice and consistent. They keep coming out with great features, beautiful looking pieces, really showcasing the movement. Again, they only produce a certain number per year, and it's like a tradition. Keep everything as consistent as possible. We're hoping in the future, like the independent watchmakers were saying, they're trying to pass along the message to the bigger brands, but the bigger brands don't listen. Let's keep everything in the watch. Let's keep the price consistent. That could be one of the reasons why the industry is on this little, decline. Let's keep everything consistent. This is our message to them. Let's keep things consistent. Let's keep the prices where they're at, or even bring them down, or whatever it is. Let's keep the same style, same flair, features. People want features. They want a watch that's loaded, whether they want a full chronograph or perpetual calendar, annual calendar, just the simple, the date limit, whatever it is.
And on the show, I was able to get you at least 20 watch brands today that we were able to go in depth and see the newest things out for 2017. Next year at the show, I'd like to see even more brands. I'd like to see Rado, I'd like to see Horus, I'd like to see Rolex, I'd like to see some other brands that weren't even here that you thought would have been here, that just weren't. To really compare and contrast the different types of watches that are out in the market today. But that pretty much wraps up our wonderful show today. I hope you guys
two watch shows in 1 year for our first year of being.
It has been a great,
Guys, listen,
great year.
in honor of this, listen, again, let's let's subscribe, let's email, send all your comments in, emails, I don't care, whatever it is. Hit that like button, that's key.
You guys will be the first to get the new content. You guys will let us know that you enjoy this stuff. We're going to keep creating content no matter what you guys think of us anyways.
But again, another successful episode of
It's a Bad Time.